Good afternoon. It's about time to get started. I am DanBearPig82, and this is Kerbal Space Program. So last week, I believe we left off beginning to swap out the engines on the rescue vehicle. And I think I had mentioned I was going to do that in between streams since we had run out of time, but it is a pretty cool process. So after maneuvering the new engines near the rescue ship, let's take down the starting soon. We'll leave that up for just a moment, though. I decided, no, this is too cool. This is too fun. We've got to do this on stream. So, so I put a halt to that and saved it for this week. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to potentially do some more contracts for Science and Profit, and hopefully, fingers crossed that we'll have a particular viewer show up today, King Kong. If so, then the Kerbal that he has redeemed for a rescue, Captain Kungball Spacey Kerman, will be doing some stunt driving. So, so we're hoping for that. That will be available as a bonus if the situation works out. All right, let's take this all down here. And the reason I'm not in the usual tracking center screen for that music right now is that would mean the ship and the engines would be drifting apart while we had the simulation running. Hey, Elric, redeeming first. You are indeed first. Welcome to the stream, Elric. I'm gonna go ahead and acknowledge that first officially over there. So yeah, so let's go ahead and jump back in and start with changing out those engines. And I have another theory on why possibly the some of the missions may have gotten eaten by the Kraken, the probes to Moho and to Drez. It's quite possible that I have enough archived backups that I ran out of space in the Steam cloud. So Steam wasn't letting me know that I was out of space, but I was starting to get frequent Steam cloud errors where it simply said unable to sync. And so I checked and it said I only had a few megabytes left of space there. And so I think that might have been the problem. Who redeemed first? Asked Raider. I'm not saying. It was Elric. But you didn't hear it from me. I'll let you two fight over it. Welcome, Raider. Good to see you here. Yeah, so I'm hoping that that is the case. I've disabled the saving of my Kerbal saves in the stream cloud after making more backups, of course, being very careful about that. So hopefully the issue was not the flight recovery or flight manager for recoverable stages mod. Hopefully it was simply maybe an interaction between that and trying to manage some saves that were not being synced to the Steam cloud because of space issues. That's my working theory on why we lost our missions headed to Moho and headed to Drez. So yeah, hopefully that's the case. Let's just take a real quick check at active contracts and available contracts rather. And nope, there's nothing interesting available. We have 12 contracts active. One of them is to rescue Burke, another viewer. One of my moderators, Shipwreck, in a previous stream, I think we were streaming, I think we were actually streaming FTL, Faster Than Light. I think it was during that stream that he redeemed Rescue Burke Kerman. So, so we've got that. We've got various others to be rescued. No other named redeemed Kerbals. So lots of rescues though. Science data from space around Duna will come at some point. Science data from space around Moho was supposed to come soon, but it will not. So build a new service outpost on Minmus is one possibility for today. We already have our Sentinel infrared telescope up and running, and we're just waiting for it to discover some comets and let us know. And yep, there's another rescue mission. So let's go real quick and take a look at our rescue ship and see if we can do some orbital construction. Yeah, there's Elric. Speaking of Elric, hello Elric. You are still there, ready to do this this work, this very important work in orbit. All right. Yeah, I've changed one of the engines out, and yeah, we are starting to drift. And I had to drop that one off right there. So let's see. Let's pick up Elric. And let's move him out of the way. Yeah, these have already started drifting, so drift is going to be a thing, and that is why we were not starting today in the tracking center, because these would have continued drifting, causing all sorts of issues as we try to coordinate this. But yeah, I did want to just double check that this is feasible, and it sure is. But then, can I pick that up? Take it over there. I don't think I can because I can't maneuver with the thrusters once I pick something up. That's why we have to bring these close together. So we might have more space junk to come and clean up later. All right, now let's go to, yeah, there's the swivel engine, there's the station, there's the engines, here's the rescue vehicle, and we are controlling from here. That's our target, and we have RCS enabled, so there we go. Let's get back closer to it because we have drifted away. Let's monitor our monopropellant. We don't want to use it all up doing this. All right, we're 50 meters away. 40 meters away. And we're tracking that part there and not this. Can I can't set that as the target, unfortunately. So we're going to have to watch very carefully and make sure that we don't collide. But we want to be very close. Close enough that Elric can access both vessels at once. All right, that's pretty good. All right, there we are. We are very close. We have essentially killed relative velocity. So now, Elric, you are up. We also don't want him to run out of EVA propellant. That would be bad. All right, first order of business. We need to go into EVA construction mode. It's this right here. There we go. And yeah, both of these are highlighted, so we have access to them, and we need to just drop that off right there. Pick this one up and attach it right there. There we go. Good work. Yay me, says Elric. Yay you indeed. All right. That's 2 out of 6 engines taken care of. Let's grab that one. Just drop it in space. And that one, I can get this. Okay, come on. All right, we're gonna have to drop it there and get some momentum. There we go. So we can get closer. There it is. All right, good work. The job is halfway done. All right, so now we do need to come out of construction mode. And we need to approach again, so... All right. Here we are at the... This is the engine, so we need to go to the rescue vessel right there. we've drifted apart again, and so we need to approach. And let's lock the camera so we can see exactly what the controls are going to do. There we go. And let's pull up alongside. Okay, good. We're not going to collide with this engine. Look at this mess we're making. Elric, you're making a mess. What are you doing, man? You're making a mess. You're littering in space. Alright, and we have the engines we need to remove close by, so that is exactly what we want. Next time, maybe I put a docking port here or something so that we can lock these things together. That would make this a little bit easier. All right. Just like that. And here's Elric. Master mechanic and apparently space litterer. I was just following orders, says Elric. I guess that's fair. Seems to be having a real great time, though. Look at that. That was a big old grin. All right, let's go ahead and grab... Oh, yeah, I need to be in the mode. Here we go. Oh, I can attach them together. That's a good idea. There we go. I had a plume for a second. That's kind of hilarious. There we go. I like that idea. And now, come back. Yeah, the highlighted parts are the ones that he can reach. Can reach that. Not quite. No way. I refuse to believe you can't reach that. Okay. Pick that up. And there we go. Just a little bit of a bump there, but that's okay. Pick this one up and put it right here. And there's one more. That, yeah, I'm such a litterbug, says Elric. That actually went way easier and quicker than I anticipated. So yeah, that's nice. Let's see. Can we pick these engines up? Actually, knowing that I can attach them end to end like that maybe gives me a better option next time we want to do something like this. We can't put these in inventory, unfortunately. So we might we might leave them scattered. But here's the experiment we're gonna do. All right, we're watching our RCS, our EVA propellant, and we're fine. Set that as a target. And let's see if I can pick this up while headed towards the target. This is an experiment. This is a big experiment here. All right, we're getting close. All right, it's picked up. Always clean up after yourself is what I say to my kids, and then I usually don't. Okay, I can see an attachment point. Did we do it? Sort of. Okay. It was too far away for the animation to work, but we did it. All right. Where else is an engine? There's an engine over there. Let's go pick that one up. Even if we can grab just a couple of these, it'll be good for the future. And good for, you know, tests. And this is quite a view, though. Not aboard a ship or anything, just, you know, here. All right. Okay, we picked it up. We're quite a ways away. Okay, good. Time warp works in this mode. Okay, that is good to know. We're drifting, though, so we might have to correct course. Yeah, if I try to use the EVA controls here, it just does this. So I wonder if I can change the keybinds, and if that would help. If that's even a thing that will work. All right, we've picked it up and corrected course. Set it over there. Okay. There we go. All right, that's 2 of them. Should we do one more? Let's do one more. This is kind of hilarious. That one right there. And then we can deorbit this thing. Not that, but the other one. Okay, we just gotta line this up. Pick it up. All right, and we've got a pretty decent approach. It's going to drift as we move, but then we can correct course. But yeah, you can see these are really drifting apart though, so I think we're gonna call it at 3 rather than picking up all 6. And then a future stream, I talked about this before, but a future stream can be specifically for cleaning up space. Oh. Crashed into it. Bumped the head. There we go. Oh, and now it's night. Alright, Elric, I appreciate that you are cleaning up after yourself. There we go, and it added a shrine to it. That's pretty great. Okay, so now let's send him back. We've used half of the EVA propellant. We need, I think it's classified as a plane. Yes, rescue 3. Whoops. Yeah. And we need to get out of that mode. There we go. All right, yeah, we're half a kilometer away from this thing. And while Elric just peacefully drifts towards the rescue ship, I'm going to take a little bit of my drink here, a little bit of a hydrate. Speed it up just a little bit. All right. Get close, you'll be able to see it because his suit lights will illuminate it. There we go. That's a little bit better. Something for you guys to see on the stream. And board. Welcome back aboard, Elric Kerman. Okay, yeah, we have 1.9 meters per second, or kilometers per second of delta V in this thing. I don't recall specifically what we had before, but yeah, this is more than what we had. So let's now go to, okay, here's one of the engines, here's another engine, here's the station, and here is the ship that brought the engines up. So let's go ahead and go to orbit, reference, clear the target, and point retrograde. And we have plenty of fuel left. We don't have, unfortunately, a way to transfer this fuel to the other ship. Otherwise, we could do some refueling, but that is fine. We're just going to point retrograde, and we're going to take at least half of the litter back down into the atmosphere to be safely and cleanly disposed of. In fact, let's do this in the daytime. For no other reason than it looks better on the stream, and you guys should get to look at this. There's sunrise. There we go. All right, and engine ignite, and our center of gravity is just a little bit off, so we have a little bit of torque, but the swiveling is of the engine is taking care of that. And we're definitely going to hit atmosphere. The question is whether or not we will burn up in atmosphere or if we will crash into the surface. And in fact, what we're going to do, we're going to time warp until we hit the atmosphere, and then we're going to burn radial in and change our trajectory so that we go very quickly downwards, with the increasing the chances that we burn up in the atmosphere. I still remember our station, which we deorbited and ended up softly landing with the parachutes from one of the escape craft that was still docked. All right. And yeah, even in this thin an atmosphere, this engine is very much losing efficiency. Oh, one of the engines exploded, I think. Oh no, it's one of the truss mounts. Yeah, we're out of fuel, and we're going real slow. So yeah, we're gonna crash instead of instead of burn up, which is fine. And boom. One of the engines survived. That's amazing. It just bounced. Oh, that's great. All right, let's go back to the tracking station. And yeah, let's take a look at debris. We have 66 pieces of debris in orbit. So yeah, that's what low Kerbal orbit looks like right now. Not particularly dangerous. It's a whole lot less than what is orbiting Earth, wherever that is. But yeah. Let's see. Is it even showing the engines individually? I don't know that it is. Okay. Let's take a look at our Sentinel telescope that we launched a couple weeks ago. All right, we don't have any notifications or anything. Telescope is inactive. Why is that? Oh, we have two of these actually. Let's see. Yeah, Sentinel Telescope 2. That's right. This one we forgot to put a good antenna on it. So, Sentinel Telescope 2. That's the one that we want to look at. Yeah, we knew that one was inactive. This one is good. Yep, object tracking is enabled. And I think we already logged observational data. Yep, we did. So we are good to go there. Yep, this thing is just doing its thing. Yeah, excuse me. Those are the big antennas we put on it because we had forgotten the first time. So it's got these big ol' honkin' ears. Let's extend the magnetometer boom just because. There we go. Looks way cooler now. Any science we can get from that? There is not. We've already gotten this experiment. Oh. By resetting the experiment, it retracted the boom. We want to leave it out. There we go. That's way better. All right, back to the Space Center. Let's take a look at this contract for putting a surface base on Minmus. Yeah, surface outpost on Minmus. So it needs to be able to support at least 18 Kerbals. It's 7,500 units of electric charge, not a big deal. We just put a few batteries on there. 6,000 units of liquid fuel. I'm not sure why we really need liquid fuel on a surface outpost. Although if we have something like a fuel cell, maybe that can charge the batteries when we don't have enough solar power. I have 3 scientists on the outpost, and yeah, maintain stability for 10 seconds. That's just making sure that you successfully landed, etc. So, yeah, has an antenna, docking port, and can generate power, and fully assembled when launched. All right, well, that is an interesting one. So last time we added a science module to our station, to Arcadia Station. So we can do something similar, but land it on the surface of Minmus. So we might want to build this actually in the spaceplane hangar, because we'll be able to build it on its side with a good view and some good symmetry modes for something that maybe will land on the side. So let's see. Let's start out. We definitely want to have a probe core. Even though we're going to have people aboard, we want a probe core just in case, so that it can handle itself even if no one is aboard. And if we go to, we need to hold at least 18 Kerbals, and it's a science outpost, so we want we want to have the mobile processing lab, which has a crew capacity of 2. And we're going to design this completely on the fly here. Actually, I've got an idea here. Let's go back, switch editor to the vehicle assembly building. Let's do this differently. Let's get crazy here. So if we put this on top of there, and let's go to utility and let's do the hitchhiker storage container, which holds 4 Kerbals. And let's clip that, clip this, just like that. And so yeah, this is 6 Kerbals, so we need 12 more. Now these Mark II crew cabins hold 4, so if we had 3 of these, that would be enough. What if we had these on the outside, and these attach so oddly? It's such a pain. So let's go structural, let's do the radial attachment port. And let's do trilateral symmetry like this, so we don't get in the way of these hatches. Okay, so what if we had something kind of like this sitting on the surface? I think that would look pretty cool. Now this gets really wide, so we'd have some trouble in fairings, but what we can do about that is put some hinges on. So what if we did robotic parts, and which hinge do we want? Probably these right here. Let's see what this looks like if we... Yeah, we don't want that to clip is the thing. Okay, so we need about that much clearance. So we need to go back to structural. And what have we got? We've got modular girder adapter, girder segment, cubic octagonal strut. That is actually a tiny little guy, so probably not sufficient. Let's try the modular girder adapter. It's kind of big, but that's okay. Problem is that makes it kind of ugly, and also it defeats the purpose. Because yeah, we're now sticking out just as much as we had before. So yeah, let's take that off. Let's take this off. Let's try a different kind of hinge. All right, so we've got this here, and if we offset it this way, I think we're going to need to put the radial attachment ports onto this actually. So just like that. Twiglet, welcome. Just looking for now, but be back soon. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Hope whatever you're up to goes well. Okay, so these do not like to attach in the way that we want them, so we're gonna have to do some rotating. Like that. This. And like that. And then this needs to go up. Just like that. All right, now this I think might be pretty viable. So fact, let's flip it just a tiny bit more there. All right, so now if we change this target angle like that, that is not too unreasonable. Can I reach the hinge? Like this I can. There we go. If I look inside the ship, I can reach it. Okay. All right, just like that. All right, so if our target angle is 0 degrees, we have them up like that. But then if we go to a target angle of 90 degrees, they come down like this. And that is pretty nice. And those will even add their own stability to the entire unit here. All right, that is cool. Okay, so what else do we have? If we go to structural, we have these grip pads. And is this where we have the anchor as well? Because there's an anchor for making sure something stays put on the surface. So let's see, utility, maybe it's here. It's a part that I've never used, so we're straying into new territory for me at least. Maybe it's under cargo. Yep, okay. A Stampotron. Stampotron ground anchor. Okay, this is really for building things on the surface, so I don't think this is actually going to suit our purposes. So let's go back to the grip pads and take a look at what we've got. Grip strip. Okay, I like that. And underground, and landing struts. Now the problem is I can't do trilateral symmetry where I want, or we block that hatch there. What if they were out here? That maybe. Although that defeats the purpose of these is the problem. Yeah, so not that. I think the grip strips will do the trick, and these are the landing gear. All right, let's put some lights on this thing. Let's do some dome lights. Let's put them on the outside. Just like that. Yeah, that doesn't get in the way of the ladder or anything, so that is fine. Let's put them out here, actually. The attachment on these parts is a little weird. Super wonky. Alright, that's pretty good. And let's do spotlights as well, but let's put them down here and angle them outward. Just like that. Okay. And those will help us when landing. Alright, so what we need now is a computer for controlling the hinges, and then we can add them to an action group. So let's go back to the robotics, and the Cal 1000 controller is what we're looking for, and let's put just one right here on the bottom. There we go. Hilarious. Yeah. That's not going to work. That's not going to work very well, actually. Let's put it on the outside of the probe core, which is right here. Just like that. All right, and we'll pin the UI for it so that we don't lose it when we come back out. just like that. There we go. All right, so let's open the editor. And action groups. Okay, so we need these hinges and target angle. There we go. All right, so target angle, this is 90 degrees, so we need to start it at 0. Yeah, value 0, perfect. And then at the end, we need value, there we go, to be 90. Just like that. All right, so if we play it forward, that's what we'll get. Oh, that's cool. All right, so now what we need is for an action group, let's do action group number 1. And that would be, need to go back in here. Let's close this so we don't add it to that. All right, so what we need to do is have this to be play forward. We also need to want to play it backwards too, just in case. No, I don't think we'll need that. So yeah, we're just gonna play it forward. And we're gonna start with a target angle of 0. Yep, there we go. That's our ridiculous, very awesome station. Now we're not done. We have some more requirements for this. So new outpost that has an antenna, we don't have that. Has a docking port, we don't have that. And can generate power, we don't have that either. So let's go back to build mode. And let's put a big ol' honkin' antenna on the top. How heavy is this thing? 0.3 tons? That's not too bad. Or we can do just this relay antenna. That's fine. Or this smaller relay antenna. Okay, let's put it on top of batteries, though. So it needs to have 7,500 units of electric charge. So this carries 200. These carry 400. Electric charge, we have 10. The probe core carries 10. So let's put 2 of these on there. That gives us 410, and let's do 6 of these. That is a lot of electricity that they want us to carry on this thing. A huge ton of electricity. Okay, and there's the antenna on top. Let's put more of these guys down here. All right, 5210. So we're still not there. Wow. This really wants a lot of electricity. A lot of power storage. More by far than we're actually going to need. So, all right, let's hide some underneath these guys here. So if we go, is the mirror, and I think there's a hotkey for whether it's around the ship or whether it's around the parent part. That toggles mirror and radial. Yeah, I'm not. Okay, around parent part. There we go. But it is not letting me choose the symmetry I want, which is real annoying. Okay, so forget that idea. I'm gonna have to do this manually. with the really awful... It treats this as if it's just this cylinder. It pretty much ignores this part when considering attachment points, which is super obnoxious. Presumably KSP2, when that someday comes out, will not do that. All right, let's go to local. And we're gonna clip these in just a little bit. They're integrated into the hull of the ship. All right, and that is 7610. So that satisfies this absurd requirement of 7,500 units of electric charge on the Outpost. Wow. Okay, but we also need to be able to generate power, so we want solar panels. Let's do these 3x2s. What does this look like? Not very great. What if we put them out here like this? That looks good. Okay, that I like. So when we extend these, it's going to look like that, and that is plenty of collecting of solar power. All right, retract solar panels, and let's add these also to an action group. So I like my 0 on the keyboard, which is custom group 10, to be my solar panels consistently. That way I can remember which one it is. And these ones we can pack back up, so it's going to be toggle solar panel. All right. Okay, so we have support for at least 18 Kerbals. Let's double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Exactly 18 Kerbals. Perfect. So yeah, that's 2 here, 4 here, and 4 in each of these. So 12, 16, 18. All right, 7,500 units of power. We have a little bit more than that. 6,000 units of liquid fuel. So, I don't like that part at all. And it has to land with that fuel is part of the issue. All right, so how do we want to do that? Let's bring these down so we can see how this is going to sit. It also needs a docking port. So maybe what we can do is integrate this into how we land the thing. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so this is the last difficult challenge that we have to overcome here. So let's look at our docking ports, and let's do the Clampotron Docking Port Junior. Or how do these look? They're out here. Okay, that gives us a hatch. That's good. It is getting heavy. We're up to 15.5 tons. Tugla asking, what's the project today? We've already completed one project. We did some orbital construction. We put some more efficient engines on our rescue vehicle. Our Kerbal Elric did that work in orbit. And so now what we're doing is designing our very first surface science outpost to complete a contract that will pay us a lot of space O's. So we're going to send this thing to Minmus, to the surface of Minmus. And we're trying to determine how to, 1, land it there, and 2, how to satisfy the ridiculous requirements this thing has. 6,000 units of liquid fuel we need. And we need to figure out how to fit that on there. So this is going to be, at launch, folded up like that. I could never get my head around the modular space station stuff. It's a different game from the rockets, that's for sure. So last time we sent a science module to the orbital station, and this time we're sending one to the surface of Minmus. Let's pin this so that I don't have to keep clicking on it. Alright, good. That's going to give clearance for those. That'll be just fine. These grip pads are landing gear. It definitely looks cool, so that's an important part. Okay. Let's open these. Oh, we have them like that. That's not great. Let's turn them over, turn them around, turn them over. Just like that. There we go. And that means these need to go here. Glad I checked that. That would have been a derp. And Twiggler asking, how you doing? By the way, Dan, all good with you? All is pretty great. Those are not lined up. Yeah, just enjoying some Kerbal Space Program today. I've finally gotten to work on my first real Minecraft YouTube video in almost a year. Hoping to get the momentum back on that. So my poor family playing on my server has been stuck on 117, and they know I want to upgrade to 118, but they've been holding off on new projects. I'm going to take a sip of my drink here until that's done. So I finally got to that. I've got a data pack that literally ends the world in a fiery apocalypse, and we've basically filmed all but one perspective of the end of the world. And then we need to do some filming of waiting out the apocalypse and then exploring the new world. So that is the other big project on my plate as far as gaming goes. And I'm trying to think about this while I talk here. But then beyond that, been working on music projects, which are fun. Elric asking, why is this game still $40? That's a good question. It's actually often on sale. Sometimes you can get it for up to 50% off. Oh yeah, I'm not getting anything because I've already pinned this. Let's target angle 0. The problem is I can't use those docking ports because they're right up against that. So that's a challenge. So basically what I'm trying to figure out is if we're supposed to have 6,000 units of liquid fuel. So if that is, if we do double that for, not double the amount, but double dip for that, both satisfy this requirement and use that as our means of landing it, that will also give us a use for the docking port we're supposed to put on here. And that would mean we can land it and satisfy the requirement and then get rid of that part. Oh no. Twiglet. Redeeming Risk Man Kerbal, Elon Musk. So you'll have Kefri Bezos. Okay, funny story on that. I was talking to Alpin Glow Up on her stream, and she's not a fan of Elon Musk. I am. I know he's a polarizing guy, so that's fine. So she named, I think someone named one of her villagers Jeff. So I redeemed naming one of her villagers Elon. So she's got Jeff and Elon, and now I've got Kefri Bezos and Elon Musk. Let's see, and you're asking about First Craft as well. Yeah, I'll be doing that on Monday. Work continues on the base. Let's actually get rid of these. Let's revert to what we had before. And
we're actually going to have our second stream weekend here pretty soon. If all goes well, we might have it 2 weeks from today is what we're hoping for. It's not officially announced yet. This is just the tentative plan. All right, so let's get rid of those. Go back to how it was like this. Dear Likes Games. Deerlick 3S Games, I almost said, which is not it. First time chat, welcome to the stream. Dear Likes Games, good to see you here. I guess only Bill Gates is left now. Well, at least he didn't add the K to the first name. Oh no. Oh no. All right, so it'll land like this. Let's give that just a tiny bit more clearance. There we go, that's better. I feel a little bit better about that. Okay, cool. And it looks cool, so that's super important. All right. Well, I'm excited to have Elon Musk in the crew. Okay, so we're gonna have that. So here's what I'm thinking now. While we were talking, I was thinking about this. So if we take the Clampertron Junior, and we mostly have trilateral symmetry here, but we're gonna go quadrilateral symmetry for just this part. Docking ports up here like this, and we're going quadrilateral because otherwise, no matter what, we're going to interfere with something else. So what we need to do now, this is tricky. The way, it's easy in my head, but the way that Kerbal Space Program handles this is not particularly great. Let's put fuel tanks on the outside, and these hold 360 units of liquid fuel. That's not enough. These hold only 180. 810. That is a lot of fuel that it wants me to put on this station. I don't like that. What are we building? We are building a surface outpost to put on the surface of Minmus. And we're kind of stuck a little bit on how we want to do this. All right, let's duplicate this. And I'm struggling with the placement here. There we go. There we go. All right, so we need 6,000 units of liquid fuel. Super gross. Might have to put this right up on top, which is going to interfere with the entire top assembly here. Oof. Why you do this to me, game? Why you do this to me? This is so gross. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's 2 of these and a little bit. That's a lot of fuel. Liquid fuel, okay, we need half this much. So we need more fuel storage on this station than we have station. I think that's absurd, and I might call shenanigans on the game for this, because we definitely don't need all of this. So the main thing, it needs to be fully assembled when launched, which is problematical. Because realistically, if I was sending that much fuel to be present on a station on the surface, I would not send it in the same launch. I would send it in a separate launch and land it nearby, or better yet, mine it in place. So I think we're going to call shenanigans and not do it that way. If anyone has a problem with me doing that, let me know. Otherwise, here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna move these like this. Okay, so, and these are going to land the thing. So, you're probably not seeing my vision because I'm not explaining it very well because I'm thinking right at the same time. So these here, these have an okay specific impulse, but not great. If we do that, then we have enough clearance. It's super ugly. It's super ugly, but I think it would do the job. Like that. No, we're getting pretty wide here, so we're barely saving any sort of diameter by folding these up like this at this point. So, oh well. All right, let's see what this is going to look like. I'm pretty confident about having the thrust weight ratio on Minmus. Yeah, sure enough. In fact, these are such overkill. We've got 1,800 meters per second delta V with this. Yeah, these are overkill. So we're instead going to where are the little guys? These here. These are tiny compared to those. We're gonna do that. And then little engines, which have the benefit of being more efficient also. But we're gonna have to do some shenanigans here, and yeah, I'm not satisfied with this. So I think let's put these down. Yeah, these are the pains of design. So I'm doing a little bit of an experiment here. I know we don't do a lot of designing on stream, and so we're testing this out. We're seeing how this works out, doing some designing from scratch on stream. And I personally have mixed feelings about it because I like this process, but it is also very frustrating and time consuming. And it's fun to just jump straight to the launch, which you guys get to do. But that's not necessarily the right way to do it. All right, what if we take these off? Let's go back to coupling and let's do these radial decouplers and let's put them here. And let's try something a little bit different. Those are huge. Don't I have smaller tanks? Maybe I'm being fooled because this whole thing is so honkin' big. Yeah, I think that's just fooling me. We're gonna do it like this. There we go. Now we can put the tiny little spark engine on the end like this. If we do it like this, then we're pretty even. All right. Put all the engines in the same stage, all the separatrons, not separatrons, decouplers in the same stage. There we go. And so now let's go back to our 0 target angle. Yeah. Problem is, then we would not be able to lower these until we were pretty much on the surface. Which might be okay. That might be fine. And this is only 432 units of liquid fuel. 859 meters per second of delta V provided by this. So I think we want more fuel. Okay, there's a kilometer per second. All right, almost 1.2 kilometers per second. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. We're definitely not going to land this with Kerbals aboard. And our total mass, it looks like, is almost 23 tons. So this is a big guy. I'd very much rather assemble this in orbit and then land it. But we're not given that option, so no sense particularly complaining about it. We will make do and see what we can accomplish here. And as far as our docking port goes, forget that. We're going to put one on the bottom that we will only use for the launch. Full-size Clampertron docking port. Right there. All right, let's double check the clearance. It's fine. All right, so we have room for 18 Kerbals. We have the electric charge. We're ignoring that for now. So I might do something to mitigate how much money I get from this, because that's part of what they're paying us for. We'll maybe add a fuel farm to it later, but right now that's the problem is having that present, which is bigger than this station, at launch. It's completely absurd, which these contracts are kind of known for. 3 scientists on the Outpost, and maintain stability for 10 seconds. Now here's the question, do we have to launch it with 3 scientists? If so, we are sending Lenzi and... I don't want to send we'll send Tanger, not sure which. We have Lady Elric. So this is dangerous, though. I don't like sending this fully manned. I like sending the people later. So we're gonna risk Lady Elric's life here, I think. Uh-oh. Okay. So let's put this back up. Let's unpin that. We don't need it anymore. Let's lock this. We'll need to unlock that when we get to where we're going, once we get to space. Okay, good, that's locked. And auto strut to grandparent part. Okay, that will give us some structural stability here. I think that'll be good. So, all right, how big is this really? Let's give it a name and save it before we go any farther. So this is going to be the S.M.R.T, the Scientific Materials and Research Station. Scientific Materials Research and Technology Outpost. There it is. The Science Material Research and Technology Outpost, S.M.R.T. That's what we're going to call it. I actually came up with my own backronym this time. Very cool. All right, let's now we need to add a docking port here and build our rocket around it. I don't think that our small launcher will do this, but we're gonna test. Okay, I don't have the Arcus Mark II here yet, so let's merge. Yeah, that's gonna be big. All right, get rid of that. And let's see how absurd this fairing is. I think it's going to be a bit much. Yeah, it can't actually enfold this. So yeah, the unfortunately, though it will barely have the Delta V, this is not going to do. So let's scrap that and let's make our own custom launch vehicle. So payload, let's get the big shell here. We're gonna do the classic Kerbal egg payload here. All right, and yeah, we'll do 4 sides, full ejections force, and clamshell deploy and paint it silver. So appropriate for Easter coming up. We've got a Kerbal Easter egg going on. And let's see, do we have anything that big? Yeah, we don't have the giant fuel tanks yet, which is unfortunate. So, do any of these quite big enough? They are not. So we might just put a bunch of yeah, let's do that, and we'll put another fairing underneath it, an interstage fairing, so that this doesn't look quite so absurd. Yeah, I don't like this. Let's yeah. As I said, I've got some mixed feelings about this experiment of doing this live on stream, because yeah, you are getting my raw opinion here and my raw design process. Let's do a little bit smaller than that. Oh, these are the little ones. Hey, look, they look little out here. That's the thing. They look little out here. But they weren't that little when we were in there. All right, aerodynamics. Let's put some nose cones on these things. How big are those? Those are huge. Those are tiny, as indicated. And I think this is the right size right here. Nope. Do we even have the right size? Yes. Okay. It's that. I think that'll be okay. All right, and we only want one engine on here. We want to get the Wolfhound. And we'll put it right there in the middle. Just a bare Wolfhound. And just for looks, nope, that's bad for looks. That looks terrible. Forget I said that. Okay, so this gives us, we've got in this stage here, 2,600 meters per second Delta V. That's really good. These engines are fantastic. Let's see, let's go back to Kerbal. We've got very low thrust to weight ratio though, so we need to definitely lob this up really high. So this will do as a transfer stage and also a for guiding this thing down to where we're going to land it. Let's see, we need coupling. And this is our biggest one right here. So, let's get creative here. I think this is the longest of this size. means we probably want the TD-18 right here. And this is about to get expensive. This is going to be the expensive part, is lobbing it into space. There we go. Let's do like this. And fuel tanks, the next one down is this guy here. We'll do it like that. And yeah, that almost doubled the cost of this rocket here. But what's really going to make it cost is this. We're going to be adding engines to the bottom. This guy is very expensive. Let's see what happens if we add just one. Yeah, we get a very expensive launch. In fact, we're getting to the point that this is... We might as well put our old heavy launcher on. So let's put this aside, and let's see what happens if we put the old heavy launcher on. And is that... no, we have it here. Yep, Callisto Heavy Launch Vehicle. And we're going to merge. Like this. Yeah, 200,000. Okay, so the way we're justifying this is that this is a very lucrative contract. So let's edit the fairing, because we're going to need this to be much bigger. Really ridiculous. What the heck are we doing? What are we even doing? Alright, this staging is all wrong. Let's see. We need to put these engines down here. Okay, now we have enough Delta V, so... I hope you guys appreciate just how absurd this whole thing is right here. Wow. Okay. And it would be even wider if we didn't fold these up like that. Okay, so yeah, this is the most expensive thing we've launched. 206,000 Spaceos. Alright, so what are these stages doing? So we've got this here. Alright, that needs to be in its own stage. Yeah, the staging got all messed up here. That needs to be in a stage. This needs to be in this stage here. Okay. That makes a whole lot more sense. And here's a question. So if we do this in expendable mode, we get a lot more Delta V. Yeah, we're going to do this in fully expendable mode. We're not going to worry about a landing, which is fine because I still don't trust the Flight Manager for Recoverable Stages mod. Alright, let's... that's the monopropellant tank. This is a fuel tank that is locked. There we go. And that gives us 6 kilometers per second of Delta V. So this thing itself is going to do most of the work of lobbing this thing into orbit. This is going to be the transfer stage here. And yep, we're going to spend all of this money. Alright, let's save it. And let's let's launch it. Okay, guys, this is the most ridiculous launch we've ever had. We are going to launch it without crew. And we're going to add the crew later, because I do not want to risk crew on this unproven monstrosity. So here we go. We're going to head out to the launch pad, and actually we need to make 10 days go by, because we have not passed more than a few minutes since the last launch. So yeah, here we are, 78 days from our ELU transfer window, and when it is at 68 days, we will launch. That's 2 days. 3. 4. And 5, and we're halfway to our launch window. Let's see if there is anything new in mission control. Build a new orbital station around Kerbal. Let's see. It's another science facility. We don't need to do that. We've already done that. Position a satellite in geosynchronous orbit with a mystery goo, and that pays a lot. So yeah, we're going to accept that. Gonna need the money after this. All right, 5 more days. There's 6. There's 6. It didn't finish it. All right, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And in those 5 more days, let's see if any new missions have been posted. Test the turbo ramjet engine on a suborbital trajectory over Kerbal. No, we're not going to do that. That's a silly mission. Yeah, the contracts in this game, as we're seeing, are a little bit weird. The system is not particularly great. All right, let's go back and pick up this rocket and take it out to the launch pad. I'll just take a sip of my drink here. There we go. All right, and launch. I hope it didn't put people on there. I don't think it will have, because our command module is an unmanned module. And here we go, it's loading the pad. Okay, cool, and we have no crew aboard. This thing is heavy and wobbling. We don't need FMRS. We're not using it. All right, throttle up. Stability assist is on. Let's open up our flight recorder. Altitude, acceleration, and dynamic pressure. All right, we are, we are go for launch. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Vehicle is pitching downrange, and we're going to pitch gently here because this thing has a lot of drag on the front. This is as aggressive as I dare get for my angle of attack. Vehicle is supersonic. I think this has so much stinking thrust. And we have maximum aerodynamic pressure. Let's track the landing gear. Going for a not very aggressive ascent profile here. Very high ascent profile. Boy, are we going fast. All right, we have an apoapsis of 255 kilometers. We're going to cut the engine for now, and we're going to ignite the engines again at apoapsis. And here we are in space. So yeah, let's actually get rid of the fairing. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that gigantic thing. Apparently, I think SpaceX saves about $1 million every time they recover fairings and reuse them. And those are tiny compared to these guys. Alright, we're 2 minutes away from apoapsis. I think every funding unit, which is what they call it, which is boring, that's why I call them Spaceos, is supposed to be representative of about 1,000 Earth dollars, whatever those are, wherever that is. So, yeah. That makes this a very expensive rocket. SLS expensive. Alright. Just gently fire the engines a bit. And now full burn. Pulling 7 Gs here. We don't have any crew aboard, so that's fine. Alright, and stage separation. And second engine start. And there goes our booster. Our 100,000 SpaceO booster to burn up in Kerbin's atmosphere. Let's go ahead and close that. We don't need it now. Alright, let's burn and get our orbit. There we go. We pushed apoapsis forward, so there we go. We have a good orbit. We're going to circularize and then make our transfer to Minmus. All right, there's a pretty circular orbit. Here is the moon, here is Minmus, set as target. Alright, so looks like we're probably going to meet Minmus right about here, which means we'll need to make our plane change maneuver on the way. In fact, we're probably in a good place right now to burn. Let's find out. No, this one's in 15 seconds, but that's fine. Okay, that's a moon encounter. There's my handle. Don't really want a moon encounter. Ah, come on, you. Alright. Alright, we'll do this on the next orbit around, actually. Yeah, we're gonna hit the moon, or get slungshot. Slungshot? I don't know if that's how you do that. Slingshotted, whatever the past tense of slingshot is, or present participle? I'm not sure. My wife is the one who knows all the terms for English. She taught English for quite a while. Yeah, the moon is in a very inconvenient place. I'm not happy about it. There we go. That's more reasonable. Okay, we have 1.2 kilometers per second delta V on this. So if we do this maneuver here, we can get an encounter with Minmus for a little over half of that. Let's pin the periapsis that we'll get. And let's see if we can get real close to the surface of the moon. We can. It's ugly, but we can. Let's do that. Although if we go a little bit later, then Minmus will slow us down rather than speed us up, which will be good. Let's go right there. Oh, that's already better. Yeah, look at that. Okay. I like that burn right there. So that's a 740 meter per second burn. Would take 1.5 minutes at full thrust, and we start in about 44 minutes. So let's go ahead and time warp to about right here. We're doing fine on electric charge. We have solar panels. Or maybe we don't. Maybe we'll need to use the solar panels on the station, actually. We have plenty of battery power, though, because of the absurd amount of power that they wanted us to take up on this station. All right. And this is basically a pro-grade maneuver, so we're pretty much already in position for it. So that means I can time warp a little bit farther. And we're going to start about 45 seconds before the node, so that we hit the node exactly halfway through the burn. All right. Burning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine start. And we're pulling about 3/4 of a G here. So if there were crew aboard, this would actually be pretty comfortable. Plenty to hold you down into your seat, but you'd feel a little bit light relative to the surface of Kerbal. Been reading a lot of The Expanse. I am very much not a fan of the show on Amazon, but I've been enjoying the books immensely, and they talk a lot about with the efficient engines that they have in those books, those science fiction engines. They can burn their engines pretty much constantly. And so unless they really need to maintain the current orbit they're in, they often burn at about 1/3 of a G, just so that they have some comfortable gravity to move around the ship in, which is pretty cool, I think. They have to be conscious of if they're doing some pretty heavy maneuvers. If there are people who have lived their whole lives in low G, will not be able to tolerate high G, as well as people who were born on, for example, Earth. All right, let's just point prograde and see what we can do with our encounter with Minmus. That's the moon. Did I do a moon encounter this whole time? That would be a problem. Hold on. I don't think so. I think we're fine. I don't think I've derped. I'm going to double check. I have derped. That's not good. Okay. It's not good at all. Let's see. If we do maneuver here. In fact, this is particularly bad because we have a collision course with the moon. Oh no. Okay. I don't think my moderators are here today. They are busy with another event. So can I even interact with my OBS? No. OBS is being weird. Okay, let's refresh. It's not letting me do that either. Huh. That's strange. Yeah, OBS is being super weird. How odd. I wonder, have people been trying to chat with me and been unable to? Because I think I'm streaming just fine. So, all right, I'm gonna pause this for a second. I'm gonna double check OBS because I think OBS might be going real weird on me. So I'm gonna check my channel on my phone here, and yeah, it does say I'm live and it looks correct. So that's good. Okay, so I can see my chat on my phone. I think chat is frozen in my OBS. N9! Okay, so OBS, I'm real mad. So N9 Gaming is here, welcome, and has been talking to me, and I've been ignoring. N9, you are fantastic. I'm a little bit nerding out. I haven't been to your streams, and I'm way behind on your YouTube. Let's see, I'm going to do a shout out of you. So I'm doing it on my phone. Yeah, welcome. So definitely my OBS is not working. I can't even chat. I can't see it. I can't refresh the thing. So everything else seems to be working. It's just that. So yeah, well done OBS. But welcome. It's great to see you. So yeah, N9 does some very cool realism overhaul with the real solar system. So you probably saw this happening, N9, where I was my target was set as Minmus, but I was looking at the moon and gauging my encounter with the moon. So now I'm in quite a bind. Because now I actually have a crash course with the moon where I'm looking to reach Minmus. So let's just see, what can I do about this? I'm going to put a maneuver node right where I am and just see what I can change without burning too much fuel. And there we go. So I need to put my phone where I can see it, since yeah, my OBS is still being a problem. Right. Put it out here a little bit. And now if I do just burn prograde, can I fix this? Is this as much of a derp as I think it is? Maybe it isn't. It is. It very much definitely is. Okay, but that's not too bad a burn. I can move it. I have 529 meters per second to work with, and yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time keeping up with chat here. Doing it from my phone. God, I gotta love the interface here. Okay, that happens when I pass this thing. Okay, so let's think about this. Right, this is not as bad as it seems, luckily, says N9. I've had problems with OBS like this before, sort of has a mind of its own at times. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever had this. And so between whenever this happened, which I'm not sure when, and now, whatever chat has happened, I have not seen. So I don't know if anyone's had redeems or anything else, so apologies if that is the case. Let's... And I don't know why it's giving me this orbit here, too. It's like I'm in the tracking station. Let's add a maneuver out here. Have more control here. More fine control. Less leverage, though. So... but that might actually be good. So that puts my apoapsis there, but it's way out of the plane, which is part of the problem. Essentially, if I can just avoid hitting the moon and avoid escaping Kerbal, I think I can recover this. As long as I have enough fuel to land on Minmus, which is the trick here. Otherwise, we have a very expensive piece of space junk that fortunately has no Kerbals aboard. Moon periapsis is not displayed, which means collision. If not for the collision, though, this isn't too bad. That gets an escape. We don't want that. So that gets me something I like out here. However, it doesn't tell me whether or not that will avoid a collision with the moon. It's also a very cheap maneuver, and I like that. The moon is changing your inclination quite a bit. It sure is, yeah, and that's why changing my inclination before hitting the moon, changing it anti-normal is changing it as if it was normal to Kerbal, which is really interesting. Yeah, closest approach, and the target will be there at closest approach, so that's pretty bad. Yeah, so it's almost like I'm working with reversed controls here. Problem with this is I still have a collision with the moon. That's really good, though. If not for the whole crashing to the surface of the moon thing, that's real bad. How much do I have to burn to avoid a collision with the moon? That much, apparently. Okay, that's good. Okay, so that gives me a moon periapsis of 15 kilometers and something I can work with afterwards, and it's only 16.8 meters per second. So let's do that burn, and that's in almost 4 hours. So let's... we have a lot of electric charge because the absurd contract we're fulfilling asked us to have 7,500 units of electric charge. Let's go ahead and, oh, I forgot I've got an action group for this. Not too far out of plane either, exactly. So let's retract that and let's do the action group. And so I'm hoping that this doesn't ruin my chances to even attempt a landing, because this thing is going to be interesting to land. Okay, so now that I know that there is active chat, I just wasn't seeing it, what's everyone's opinion of me cheesing the one requirement in this contract of the 6,000 units of liquid fuel, which is completely absurd? The storage for that is bigger than the station itself, and possibly maybe reducing the reward for the contract by maybe a quarter or something like that. That's kind of my thought. Because the contracts, the stock contracts, are honestly pretty bad. Okay, so that's in 3 hours and 47 minutes. Let's warp to here, 15 minutes before the maneuver. And 9, I think I'm gonna blame you, since you came in and I am definitely interested in talking to you. I'm going to just say that you broke the chat in OBS. I'm just going to leave it at that. What about that, do you think? All right, at full thrust, this would be a 1 second burn. We're definitely not doing a full thrust burn. We're going to be a little gentler than that. I just like, you know, yeah, that's fair. I just like not taking responsibility for anything. That's, you know, that's all. Okay. Is King Kong here? King Kong, are you in chat? Because I've been keeping an eye out for you just in case, and you could be here and I don't even know it. Because if you are, then we get to end the stream with some stunt driving. If not, then we don't. I gotta drop OPS problems on the whole community, or else it'll only happen to me. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, and thanks for the follow. At least that's working. At least that's working. All right, let's get about 30 seconds away from the maneuver, and then just real gently push the engines. And those will help us point towards the maneuver because I need to change our attitude. There we go. Yeah, so you stream a lot, N9, and sadly, it always ends up happening when my hands are full and my attention is occupied with like my kids and stuff. But I'm hoping to catch another one of yours soon, and I'm really loving your YouTube series. As you can tell by I comment every time I watch. I tend to binge. All right, that's good, and we get a 19-kilometer periapsis. And it puts us in a really good state. All right, so now we have lots of time to plan the next move. Okay, so Minmus is here. By the time we get around here is probably when we want to do our burn, right at the descending node. That's in 7 days, which is fine because we are trying to place about 10 days between launches. Plaque notification, nice. Yeah, I made that custom with the discovery hit by the genius Kevin MacLeod, who I think wrote this track we're listening to now. And, oh, come on. Yeah, I am really looking forward to whatever they do with the UI for KSP2 because it causes a lot of pain. in this game here. All right, so we can change our inclination pretty cheap out here because we're going to be going pretty slow. And let's see, that's our closest approach. That's the target position. So we want to change it this way. All right, and that, for very cheap, gets us an encounter. Periapsis is pretty high. Shipwreck, welcome. First, and redeeming Boozinate. Okay, so... okay, and Elric redeeming Rescue My Kerbal, Dan Bear Piglet. Yeah, and I can confirm now that on my OBS on my other monitor, I do not even see the new redeems. Even after, it won't even let me refresh that panel, so that kind of sucks. So I'm gonna have to double check. No drinking and driving. Yeah, we're drinking and flying, Shipwreck. Sorry, Ship, you lose again. Yeah, you lost first. Elric got it. Raider was mad about that too. So Shipwreck, you missed. Not me derping, but OBS derping, and I am now following chat on my phone because for as long as maybe even an hour, OBS was not refreshing chat on my screen. Really frustrating. Okay, that's giving me a high periapsis. Let's lower our periapsis from here, where it won't cost us much. That's about as good as we're going to get, and I don't mind the inclination here because if we have a high inclination orbit, then that gives us a lot of options for landing zones. So, and yes, Shipwreck, I did boozinate. Shipwreck, can you, since you are a, where's Burke Kerbal? Burke Kerman. He is here. Let's turn off the debris. And there's Burke's capsule right there. So we're not going to have time for that here today. But next week we can definitely rescue. I'm trying to debate. Should I stream next week? And I think I will. It'll be Easter weekend, but it won't be Easter, so I think we'll do it. All right, let's do this maneuver. It's in 7 days. Let's warp to it. And we're gonna pass the moon pretty close here, so let's enjoy that. Let's warp to here. Okay, everything is weird here. Why can I not interact with this? Because this is open? Yeah, now this I'm used to. Getting interesting glitches in the UI of Kerbal Space Program I'm used to, but this OBS glitch is new to me. But at least I can manually warp, so we're going to do that. We're supposed to be together, says Shipwreck. What were you going to ask me to do? Check the redeems, because I can confirm that I am not seeing them. Because that panel in my OBS is completely frozen. In fact, it's still in my replay. It's still showing me the vehicle assembly building where I'm designing the station. That should have been my first clue. Input locks, maybe, except I have full probe control. And it was letting me make the maneuver node. I have run into that frequently, so... Shipwreck, just for you, I'm gonna do a bonus boozinate. Here goes the booze. There we go. And let's it's dark here, so let's warp until we can see something on stream. We've got lots of antenna on this thing. That is really dark. There we go. Oh, it got really dark because we were in an eclipse. We were in a solar eclipse. A Kerbaler eclipse, perhaps. All right. Well, at least we got an interesting new issue to look at. I just realized I had the baby monitor going this whole time. They've been asleep, but now they're waking up, so... now it's refreshed and I can interact with that. That was strange. Alec, did I rescue my Kerbal? Yeah, I saw his... And Twiggle. Yep, Twiggle T. I saw his, and then shortly after that, I think it froze. Herman decided to hide the moon from you. Yes. Very rude. It got jealous. It's like, hey, why you no pay attention to me? Okay, but I'm gonna do one more plug for N9 Gaming because I feel pretty strongly about it, but I'm not gonna do further than that so I don't make him uncomfortable. But if you want to see some really cool video editing, some very cinematic Kerbal Space Program, as cinematic as it gets, you definitely want to check out his YouTube channel, in particular the For All Kerbal Kind series. It is top notch. It is really good. All right, let's warp to here. Meanwhile, I'm getting rickrolled by N9 Gaming. Very cool. In fact, if you're comfortable with it, N9, and want to post a link to your channel, I'm going to permit you real quick. And it's fully up to you. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, then don't worry about it. I won't mention it again, but if you feel comfortable with it, go for it. All right, we are 14 minutes away from this maneuver. It's a 15-second burn at full thrust. We're not going to do full thrust. Do not send the rickrolling. Do not send a... Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if you did, I asked for it, basically. Set myself up for it. So... Oh, that's hilarious. There it is. Yeah, give that a look. It's good stuff, and other space games as well. All right, and we're... Oh, all I've got is the reaction wheels in the tiny probe. So let's do physics warp here so we don't have to sit through the very painful, slow attitude adjustment here. There we go, and I'll catch up on chat. Shameless plug, yes. So anyways, back to you landing on the Mint Ice Cream Moon. Yes, indeed. Hopefully. Hopefully landing on the Mint Ice Cream Moon. Although, according to the science logs, it's more like a frozen yogurt, apparently. Got the community science kit installed. All right, at about 30 seconds to the node, we're gonna do a light burn on the engines. There we go. And engine ignite. At about a third thrust. That is pretty comfortable. Right, Froyo it is. What, is that a thing? Shout out pepperoni pizza. Did you do that just to see, Shipwreck? Because I approve, that's great. Now I have to check out pepperoni pizza on Twitch, see exactly what's on that channel. Way to go, Shipwreck, way to go. Alright, let's finish this burn and then I'll catch up again on chat. Very gentle for the last little bit with these engines that can throttle absurdly low. There we go. That's pretty good. And we have a periapsis, 223 kilometers. Not bad. We can deal with that. That's in 12 days. All right. So we're going to go ahead and let this run the clock because we want to run the clock anyway. Where we're at in this space program, we're getting into more and more missions that will take a long time. So for the sake of streaming, we're going to more and more add time between launches, as is reasonable. It's your channel. Wait, what? It shouted me. Wait, hold on. Let me double check this. Shout out pepperoni pizza. And it's... Wait, what? Oh, wait. Okay, what? Why did it do that? I am so amused. This is the kind of shenanigans I've been missing. Thanks, OBS. All right, and we're going 124 meters per second. We're going to be going a little bit faster when we get to our periapsis, but I think we can at least slow down. So let's do an experiment. Let's put a maneuver node here, and we're going to go a little bit, just a little bit over time today, so that we can do this landing. But then we're gonna be done. Let's look at this periapsis. We want to get real close. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. Thank you, Minmus, for having such low gravity. All right, yeah. We're going to be fine. So let's point retrograde. You are the chosen one, says Shipwreck. I was supposed to be the chosen one. All right. And let's pin this. I know we can see it up there, but having it here, that's a little bit bigger for you guys. And easier for me to see as well. I like my Kerbal Engineer UI, but my HUD. But this is all good. All right, let's get nice and close to the surface. There's 40 kilometers. All right, about 25 kilometers. That's going to be pretty good, and it's still going to take us another day. So we've done a lot of time warping in this episode, more so than we usually do. But yeah, the scale of time in these sorts of journeys is pretty big. So it's a good thing we didn't have anyone on board, because the derpage was real, for one, and they would be doing a lot of eating of all the snacks. Just do exclamation point Discord, Shipwreck, and keep harassing me to actually tell you guys my commands and also finish setting those up, because it's not that I've been lazy, but I could prioritize my time better. There it is. Yeah, that's the first craft Discord. Minecraft Discord. I do Minecraft once a week. This week I actually might not do first craft. If plans go well, I will actually possibly film part of my next my return to YouTube live on my family server. It'll be interesting. It'll be an experiment. All right, here we come up on our Periapsis. And who is this? Optimus Prime Kerman. That was one that was redeemed by Satan. Yeah, sorry, N9. That is not set up yet. I just haven't done it yet. Can I join the Shipwreck? I'm family, right? I mean, sorta. Not for this recording session, but if you really did want to play, maybe. We'll see, Shipwreck. We'll talk. We'll talk after. Come to my office. All right, we're just gonna kind of circularize a little bit. Our Periapsis is coming down. I don't want to land at night. I know we've got lights, but still. Let's warp here. And we want to come down in somewhere really flat. So there's lots of flat area on Minmus, so that's good. All right, reasonably circular, and we're going 150 meters per second, and we have 210 meters per second of delta V. So we can start the landing with this stage, and then this is an untested landing system. So the chances of this going bad, Shipwreck, you want to start a 5-minute poll of will I stick the landing, or a 2-minute poll, or a 2-minute prediction of will I stick the landing. I'm not sure I'll be able to see it. But yeah, we're gonna see if we can land it maybe right here. And this is fully untested, and that is why it's unmanned. That's where he thinks is in the office. Don't tell everybody, Shipwreck. Jeez, gosh. A little discretion, please. All right, and I'm gonna just time warp a little bit here. Will Dan stick the landing? Yes and no. I really wish it would give us a lot more space to type for the outcome spots, because there's room for jokes there. Or there could be room for jokes there. Oh, we're 50-50 so far. All right, once we are above this, and I'm going to focus on Minmus. There we go. Oh, people have some faith in me, it looks like. All right, and we want to go to surface reference here and start burning. Retrograde. And these are the lowlands. That's cool. All right, that should be pretty good, and we'll have a decent slope here, I believe. All right, we have 64 meters per second remaining in this stage. Suicide burn, delta V, 100 meters per second. Suicide burn in 4.5 minutes. Uh-oh, it's 50-50 again. Oh, good. Oh, good. People have faith in me. I can't do it without you guys. I can't do it without your faith in me, you guys. Let's see, how much time is left in the poll? It's just about closed. Someone called my name. Welcome, Supreme Doom. Welcome, Madame Doom. I sabotaged the landing gear. Rude. All right, so let's go ahead now that the poll, I believe, is ended. Yep, it is ended. So let's the landing gear are these guys here. So we're going to let's go ahead and jettison this stage, which we have to do manually. And we're going to kind of spin it off to the side here. There we go. And point retrograde again. And that will impact safely on the surface of Minmus. 3-2 for yes. Pete Venkman, welcome. I'm being optimistic, but realistically speaking, I have reservations. At least we're doing this somewhere with low gravity, so that helps my chances quite a bit, to be fair. Supreme Doom says, I mean, seriously, it's just landing. It's not rocket science, right? I mean, it's rocket landing science. That's what it is. Let's do physics warp so I can see the suicide burn countdown. And guaranteed, says Shipwreck, Elric was the other no. Oh, wait, says Supreme Doom. Exactly. Hilarious. Okay, so while we are getting there, the procedure here is these are facing downwards. But to properly land, I need to land on these grip strips. So let's turn on the lights. Here we go. So I need to engage these engines, slow down, and then as we're about to touch down, basically start folding these outwards and detach these. That's what we need to do. Okay, so we've got throttle down. Okay, those engines are active. And we definitely have the Delta V. Full speed ahead, says Shipwreck. He always wants me to go ramming speed. All right, we're gonna gently burn these a little bit. And slow down. This is a fully experimental landing system here. We have a 7-degree slope. That should be okay. 6.6 degree slope. Yeah, this isn't the flattest spot, but it should be all right. All right, yeah, we're gonna come down nice and slow. Sorry, Shipwreck. Sorry, not sorry. And I think I might actually go ahead and let it touch down. Okay, I'm in full concentration mode here. Oh. Don't like that. Okay, there we go. Nice and gentle. And here we go. We gotta fold these out. Oh, they're locked. Oh, no. And we're breaking the solar panels. Okay, we're fine. GG for landing, sort of. This is a typical Danbearpig landing right here. In fact, Supreme Doom, since you're here, I'm going to give you the privilege of adding 2 derps to the counter. Because I can't add a derp from here. So let's... that's the derp right there. There we go. And they forcefully go their way. Okay, there we go. But... Okay, come on. All right, this way. There we go. GG for tumble. Here, you'll need this, a Danbearpig totem. Yup, the derps. 30 times, nailed it. All right. And you know what? I stuck the landing. It wasn't pretty, but I stuck the landing. So, and look how close we are to that. That's cool. And Deer Likes Games is now following. Thank you for the follow, Deer Likes Games. I very much appreciate it. Yeah, this is pretty much where we're gonna end it. So I haven't gotten rid of those. We can technically still use those. We still have a kilometer per second of delta V on this thing. So if I want to move the station, I can. So, yeah, next stream, we will bring Kerbals to it. We will rescue Burke. We will rescue Keelon Musk. We will rescue Danbearpiglet. So we'll do a triple rescue next time. So I think between streams, I'm going to send some fuel up to Arcadia Station. And that way we will be able to refuel our rescue craft, which has brand new, shiny, efficient engines on it. And we will use that craft to do some rescues and bring scientists safely to this station. So yeah, thanks everyone. No, 4 more hours, says Shipwreck. I would love to, but I have a lot to do today. Seriously, I have a jam-packed day, so I'm pushing it, even going these 15 minutes over. Oh, and Shipwreck redeemed Boozinate. All right, Shipwreck, just for you. And you're gonna have to trust me on this because I don't have a drink cam yet. But yep, I'm gonna finish my beer. Here we go. And I don't think the mic picked that up, but yeah, don't forget your solar panels, says Pete Megman. Thank you very much. That's a good reminder. Let's get a cool screenshot of this thing, though. There we go. I like that. This is a cool looking station, I gotta say. And let's see if I do. Nah, it's not gonna let me. Because I've done some tweaking with this, and so now it's acting a little bit oddly, but that's okay. This is a good angle right there, and there's our screenshot. I'll tweet that out in a little bit, and let me see if anyone I know is streaming right now. Oh, we got Anna, ACJJK is streaming Minecraft. I think I'm gonna go ahead and raid her. I haven't had a lot of luck lately finding Kerbal players to raid. I don't think... I mean, N9 is here, so I don't think he's live. This isn't the time he's, yeah, not live. Otherwise, I would totally raid him. But yeah, let's raid Anna. She's a friend of the community. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Shipwreck and Supreme Doom for the moderator help. Sorry about the gap in responding to you guys while you were trying to talk to me, and I couldn't even see it. And yeah, thanks for the new follows, and I will see you guys next week for more Kerbal Space Program, and on Monday, it'll be Minecraft, and next Wednesday, I'm thinking I'm going to do Risk of Rain again. I've been having a lot of fun with that. Hydrate, says Shipwreck. Oh, you butt. Here we go. And stretch. Okay, well, I do need to stretch. There we go. I gave you a nice burp. Farewell, says N9. Have a good one. You too, N9. All right, I'm gonna start the raid while I oh, she's ending. Okay, never mind that. Let's go to Mr. Vloop. He is hilarious. He plays Minecraft. He's a Brazilian Minecrafter. Always fun. So yeah, raid message is run. It's a wild Dan Bear Pig. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. We still have 5 seconds in the countdown. Goodbye. Bye.